It's only early in the summer, but things are already shaping up to be one of the best ever. And the action continues here with a female surf race final. Big field and a couple of big names. Bonnie Hancock, good to see her back. Mickle's back again. Lana Rogers, Naomi Scott, Marie Smith from Half Moon Bay in Victoria. Good to have the Victorians up. Lizzie Wellborn will back up after the board race. And Rachel Wood from Umina, another one of the Central Coast competitors there. The girls are on the line and ready to go. And start all important, like we saw in the Iron Woman. Swim first, get across that gutter onto the bank, and you can go a long way towards winning this race if you can be the first out the back, Jack.
Well, Naomi Scott has been in scintillating form, and I think she will go away with it again here today. She's set every race that she's done up very, very well. She's worked hard across that bank. The girls will work through that deep water, get themselves up, and there she is. She's away. She's up on the bank and working fast, and she is extremely quick, Josh, for an under-17 female racing against these open women.
That's the scary thing. She's only young. The sky blue cap, but it looks like maybe the City of Perth cap there on the right-hand side has just got the jump. So the commentator's curse continues here, and they've really spread out. And what's the key to being quick in a surf race? Obviously, you got to be able to swim. That's obvious there. But what's the difference between the guys who can do it in the pool, the guys who can do it in the surf, and some that can do both?
You have to be an all-rounder. You have to be able to run, Josh. Your entry into the water is super critical to set that race up, to put yourself in that front position where you don't have to compete and bash with everyone else to try and find your own water. Then you get onto the bank, you get into the wave zone, you work your skills, and then you have to be able to swim fast, Josh. If you want to be a leader, if you want to be up the front, you need to be one of the quickest swimmers in the pack.
The full package, that's what it takes to win the surf race. And tough times out here. Maybe Mickle there from City of Perth, and they do a good job over west. We've spoken about it. Naomi Scott there, she's got to be getting tired. A lot of events there today, and the rest of the field chasing hard. Taylor Piscaric trying to work their way around, and have a look at them all come into the can. And wow, there's no love lost there. A little bit of push and shove on the inside. A couple of grabs, not intentional, of course. We've got to put it out there, but surf racing's interesting around that final can, isn't it?
Oh, it's very tough, Josh, and you can't see what happens in and around. You can't see what happens under the water, and there's plenty happening around those cans. Don't you worry about that.
Working their way home and still on the front. It's the Northcliffe cap there. Naomi Scott doing her best and trying to hold on as well. But Courtney Hancock, Lana Rogers from Noosa, the white cap, the maroon stripe down the centre. She's working her way into it. So the first two from our Iron Woman earlier today are the first two in our surf race here. And they're going stroke for stroke and almost perfect surf strokes there. Naomi Scott, more of an open water swimming stroke, higher stroke rate, probably doesn't pull as much water, but just ticks it over constantly. The rest of the field, maybe Alyssa Conan there trying to swim her way into it. Lizzie Wellborn as well, so she can do it on the board, she can do it in the swim, and she's doing it right now. Tara Coleman trying to get in on the action as we see a couple of little lines of swell building up, and these won't make a huge difference now, but they will when they get closer to shore, Jack.
Rogers seems to be starting to get the edge on Hancock. She's gone to about half a body length, but now she's starting to drop back. So Hancock may be trying to lift as they get closer to that sandbank, closer to the wave zone, and start to really push and drive for home.
If Hancock and Rogers aren't careful, they're going to let Naomi Scott all the way back into this one. They've established a lead, got a gap, but they're just starting to bash each other. Look, they're next to each other, push, shove, lets the rest of the field back in, and they've almost swum back into a rip as they're sucking out to sea, but it's a wave, and have a look. They're going to come thick and fast down this one. One's down it, two's down it, three are down it, and it's going to be a sprint up the beach here. We'll wait and see who stands up. Hancock, Naomi Scott runs past them both and sneaks the win from third to first in a matter of seconds. And we have a complete reverse order there. Naomi Scott takes the win. Lana Rogers forced to settle for second. Courtney Hancock, she'll finish in third. The rest of the field cruises across the line there. Every race counts, every place counts, especially here in the surf race. Scott does the job. Sometimes you've got to take the luck when it comes. Lana Rogers, the bridesmaid, another podium finish. Courtney Hancock, she's had a good day so far. Cooper, Wellborn, Spencer, Wood, Heiniger, Baldwin, Costello, Hardstaff, and then over the page, Smith and Barron.
Yeah, it was dead flat out there. There was only that tiny wave at the end and I managed to sneak onto it. But other than that, there was nothing to help you on the way in. Oh, on the way out, I was probably in like with a bunch of about fifth, and I just cut it on the can on the way in and just swam on the outside of all the girls and was just behind first and second, and that wave just managed to help me at the end. So yeah, it was a bit tough. after all the races this weekend, but it's holding up all right. So.
Well, Naomi Scott with a perfect performance, round 1 and 2, a maximum 80 points ahead of Tara Coleman, Taylor Piskarik and Brielle Cooper. Can anyone catch Naomi Scott? She just needs 2 more to get herself into the final. We head over the page, Lana Rogers with just 1 result, and what a performance from that, puts her in the top 10.